All right, if you're tuning in, you got a few minutes here to get set up before we start the workout. I mentioned on the Facebook page, I will be commenting via Facebook Live. If you have any questions or comments, I am simulcasting on Twitch and YouTube as well. Fortunately, Facebook had a habit of cutting my stream halfway through, so we'll see how it goes tonight. Not quite sure why that's been happening, but I guess if you want to be safe, watch on YouTube. You don't really care that much and you want to comment, follow on Facebook Live. I think the stream and the quality is a little bit better on Facebook Live. So, but if you're watching, thank you for joining. You got the workout loaded. Should be crossovers and max aerobic workouts. Have your workout paused at the moment, okay? Well, I say to go ahead and click start on it, right? But after a 2-week hiatus, thanks to Halloween and the fact that I was gone to the USA Cycling Coaching Summit in Colorado Springs, had a little bit of hiatus from the bike here. We'll see how I do tonight myself. So this will be a high intensity workout, so make sure your zones, make sure your FTP is set correctly, all right? So again, about another minute here. Give people a chance to join on. You should have workout paused. Do that for this menu here. They have it paused. We've talked a little bit weeks prior about having the erg mode on or off. Really up to you. So tonight's workout, after we get a little bit of a warm-up in, some high cadence work in the beginning, right around threshold, we're gonna do these crossovers. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time at VO2 max and then dropping down a tempo, and we'll repeat that. Cover, we'll do it a second time, and then we'll jump into some 1-minute efforts, a little bit harder, right at the cusp of anaerobic capacity. So a good high intensity work, not too much, short enough that you can get through it really without burning yourself up during the week. Oh, one other thing I do recommend that you are trying to follow along here, choose the flat route. You can also search for me on Zwift and follow my avatar. You look for BonkWerx coaching. There's 2 of them. There's a fit studio and the coaching one. Follow the coaching one. Vincent, thanks for the thumbs up, buddy. Appreciate that. One of my fellow coaches out there. All right, so let's get ready to kick this off. All right, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and start the workout. Now just easy effort. Warm it up here. We'll have 5 minutes of just progressively warm it up here. Then we'll step it up a little bit for 5 minutes. Quick little recovery. And then we'll step it up again. Make sure the body and the legs are warmed up, ready to go. So. Hopefully we're going to feed that wolf out there today. All right, so right now, again, just kind of settle in. Self-selected cadence. Warm it up, warm it up. Make sure you got your towel, make sure you got your fan. You've got your hydration. You're gonna need it. You're gonna work. So if you're checking this out and you like it, give us a thumbs up. I'm trying to get this to be an official Zwift workout. Had a conversation with the folks at Zwift. Could be a possibility. I've been getting a decent amount of views on the other videos, so let's keep it going. That way we don't have to kind of do this unofficial where people are downloading the workout, watching it on one screen, working out on the other screen. Try to keep the winter a little bit exciting here. Oh, one thing also about the feedback in the chat. If you got questions about what we're doing, about training, about power, about physiology, about skills work, this is what's kind of unique to what we're doing here. I want this to be interactive. The chance for you to talk to a real life coach, ask your training questions. Feel free to ask me technical questions too. A lot of people ask me what power meter I should go with, what should I use to get on Zwift. A little bit about my setup here while we're still warming up. I'm using standard kicker, first generation. Don't hold that against me. But you can use other smart trainers. Kicker Core, Snap, CompuTrainer. Guys, there's good deals to find out there in the CompuTrainers. And then you can do this. Want to run in erg mode, you need to have a controllable trainer. But if you're shopping between power meter and a smart trainer, I'd say go with the power meter and then just use the standard dumb trainer. That way you can still connect with Zwift, but also have those power numbers for outside, because we're riding indoors now because it's 20 degrees outside. It's snowing and it's icy and it's cold. Well, the idea is to ride outside, but we're building. Building for 2019. All right, here we go. Gonna step it up here. 3, 2, 1. Gonna bring it up a little bit. So I'm using Ant Plus setup. I do think the Ant Plus stuff switches a little bit slower than a Bluetooth Smart. Okay, still warming up. And still just self-selected cadence here. Another thing to mention, or as a reminder, be sure that after your ride, depending on what training you may be doing afterwards, or tomorrow, make sure you're refueling. All right? Good carbohydrates, good protein. Really let your body take in and get stronger from that effort that we've done tonight. All right, a little under 2 minutes here, still warming up. Heart rate should be coming up a little bit. Breathing should be increasing a little bit. Start to feel a little warm. Once we get through this next minute 15 seconds, you have a very short break. That's just so you can make sure you got your hydration, everything is set, or really start getting into it. Gonna burn some calories tonight. Off the rails on the diet a little bit myself with all the travel. Again, it's off season. Nothing like seeing some of the fittest guys that you know, the fittest guys in the world. Seeing them eat cookies. Saw a little bit of that at the coaching summit. USA Cycling did take pretty good care of us. All right, got 1 minute easy here. Then take that opportunity to make sure you got everything ready to go before we start stepping it up. We start feeding that wolf. All right, 10 seconds. We're gonna step it up here a little bit. All right, here we go. About 5 minutes. Really try to get that cadence up. The best you can. Can't keep your cadence up that high, that's fine. Just do the best you can. Keep it smooth. So here's a question for you out there. What's the difference in the pedal stroke between a pro rider and an amateur rider? Think about it. Give me an answer on Facebook Live. Again, what's the difference in a pro and an amateur? Is a pro, does he scrape more mud off his feet? Is he pedaling in better circles than you do? What's the difference? All right, so here's the difference. Here's the secret. Secret to how to pros pedal. Earth shattering. World changing. They push down on the pedals harder. That's all they do. Think about it. That's all they do. Pros are able to push down on those pedals harder. It's simple. Here's the thing. You can't pedal circles. It doesn't work that way. You can't scrape mud off your shoes. Pedal stroke doesn't work that way. Really about releasing power and trying not to absorb power. As long as your bike is set up properly, got a proper bike fit, got the proper length crank arms on there. Pedaling should be good. You see, especially if you're a triathlete, there's always a trend towards these shorter and shorter crank arms. There's almost no downside going to shorter crank arms. In many cases, it's been shown to be a little bit more biomechanically efficient. Let's hit the top of the pedal stroke. Flexion as we're coming over the top. Besides, people, if they got too long of crank arms, not set up properly, see those knees kicking out. Trying to get out of the way, not good for the hip. Or some people think, hey, having long crank arms on there, it's a bigger lever. That's really only good maybe for like standing starts. Something right at the beginning where that big lever makes a difference. One thing you can do though, you can focus on having very calm upper body though. You're not flailing around, wasting power, nice and smooth. All right, 15 seconds left. Finish it up strong. 3, 2, 1. All right, drop it down. All off a little bit if you're sweating. Just easy pedaling. Self-selected cadence. About 5 minutes. Get the hydration in. Focus on the breathing. Felt like your heart rate was getting up there. Felt like you were working a little bit too hard. Chance. Nice rhythmic breathing. Breathe in, count of 4. Breathe out, count of 6. What works for you. See some friends watching out there. Let me know what you think. Thumbs up. Some feedback. Even the occasional sarcastic remark is okay. It's also a good time too for you to sit up a little bit on the saddle. You know, when you're outside, you get to move around a little bit. Indoors, you don't get that opportunity. All right, a little more than halfway through the recovery. Then it's going to get serious. If you're local and you do my indoor classes, we did a variation of this last night. This one's a little bit different. Tuning in and doing my class tomorrow night. Well, get to see what you got to look forward to. Here's a hint. I think tonight's is a little bit harder. Maybe. Thanks, Gorilla Boy. Appreciate the shout out on Facebook. Buddy Dan out there. Local guy, pretty strong cyclist. All right, under a minute. Heart rate should be down. Should be ready to go. What wolf you gonna feed tonight? Gonna feed that good wolf. We're gonna break that wolf out. All right, let's get ready. When the good stuff happens, 10 seconds. Gonna bring it up. Again, depending if you're on Bluetooth or Ant Plus or what you're using, always sometimes a little bit of a delay. Especially if you're on erg mode. Get it on my screen. Here we go. That wolf up. Not too bad. Just 2 minutes at this and we drop it down. First intervals sometimes are always the toughest. Body starts producing that lactate, and it has to start buffering it. Depending on the person, the process starts a little sooner for others, a little later for others. All right, getting ready to drop it down a little bit. 2, 1. Not a recovery. We're not soft pedaling, we're not coasting. We're still working. 2 minutes here, now we're kicking it up again. I want you to just focus on the interval you're on. Don't worry about the next interval. Do this interval well, and then move on. Seconds. Should be relatively easy peasy. This should be an effort, and yes, I did say easy peasy, but this should be an effort. This should be a power range that you could ride at for hours. What we did is we introduced a little fatigue in earlier. Make these efforts seem a little harder. All right, here we go. Bring it up again. Do it. They're up into the high end of that zone 5. Highly trained athlete at the zone, do 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes. Do it a couple of minutes so you know you can do it. You don't have to worry about doing it at 8 minutes unless you're racing as a pro. The everyday cyclist. Perfect, just the right amount of intensity. Not crazy hard for this time of year. Using a little bit of every energy system. Oh, we're always using a little bit of every energy system. Keep that in mind when you're training. All right, 10 seconds. Dropping it down. We got a nice cushy 5-minute rest. Again, this is not the recovery. That's coming up. Oh no, it's raining. Bad enough I gotta deal with the rain and snow here outside in real life. I get to deal with it on Zwift. All right, under a minute. All right, 10 seconds. Don't let up. 3, 2, 1. All right. Going to time to recover. And use that rest recovery period smart. Take some fuel if you need it. Extra hydration if you need it. Actually, here's a interesting tidbit of knowledge. Training for an event. An event, it's very hot. And you don't live in that hot climate. Indoor training is a way you can simulate that to some degree, making it warm inside. You already know it's already hot. But there's the other thing. That heat, the acclimatization, you can acclimate, that's a mouthful right now. The heat. Research is also showing that training indoors when it's hot actually helps you adapt to cold. Weird. It's true. Give it a try. I know. It's not my research, but it's out there. Use Dr. Google if you don't believe me. Search on PubMed. Research out to show that it works for both heat and cold training. Here's the other thing too, so you don't like the trainer? A lot of my hardcore badass cyclists, triathlete brothers and sisters out there don't want to spend time in a rat wheel. Want to ride outside. It's cold. There were a lot of layers. Break it up. Go outside, do an hour endurance ride outside. Just when you're starting to get cold, come in, hop in on the trainer, have your trainer set up, ready to rock and roll. It's all ready to go. Keep those layers on as you hop on a trainer. Do another hour on a trainer. As you warm up, start stripping those layers off. Go, you can end up getting yourself a couple hours in. Good. Need to, if you'll sit up a little bit if you need to. All right, under 2 minutes here. Should be fully recovered. Ready for the next block. So next week when you tune in, I'll talk a little bit about some more pedaling myths. Talk about the myth of people telling you to drop your heel when you pedal. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to pedal like a ballerina either, so I'll have to wait till next week to hear more about that. All right, donut time's over. Ready to feed that wolf again. And seconds. That wolf out. Go. 3, 2, 1. On it. Bringing it back up. Zone 5. Body should be fully warmed up. Body should easily be taking care of that lactic acid that you're producing right now. In fact, the second block should feel easier. Under a minute, we drop the power down a little bit. So here's the thing, if you comment tonight on any of the feeds, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitch, I'll pick one lucky person, get a super cool BonkWerx trucker hat. So you can tell people and show people how you feed the good wolf too. But you gotta comment, thumbs up. Type in a comment, you like what you see. And if you don't like what you see, trust me, these hats will be clear. They're very cool. All right, still working here. Yeah, we dropped the power down. But we're still pedaling. Not a recovery. It's a solid tempo effort. All right, 1 minute. I'll bring it up again. halfway through this block. And again, we'll have 5-minute recovery, donut time. So we jump into the 6, 1 minute on, 1 minute off. Don't really eat donuts, but you know what I mean. All right, 10 seconds. 2, 1, here we go. Should have a little fatigue now in the legs. Short, just 2 minutes. Now you can progress this workout. Feels too easy, even though we're not done yet. I'd say reserve that judgment until we get into the 1 on, 1 off. But if you want to progress it, make these intervals longer next time you do it. Go 3 minutes for each of the interval blocks. Keep doing it there until you get that harder part of the interval up to 5-6 minutes. And seconds. 2, 1. Keep pedaling. Dropping the power, but we're still working here. All right, well under a minute here. But again, 5 minutes. Recover, towel off, get your hydration, get your mind right. The 1 on, 1 off. All right, reduce down that power. Cover. So tonight's workout somewhere depending on rider, 75, or depending on what system you're looking at the TSS on, Granny Peaks or Zwift or TSS, somewhere between 75 and 80 for this workout. Plenty for an hour. Unless you're racing right now, or you're building for a race in the next couple of months, that's plenty. So if you don't want to burn yourself up, doesn't mean you can't go longer. Just keep the intensity in check. For the next couple of months, I mean in the next 12 weeks. You're racing in the next 12 weeks. But of course, it depends on what type of event you're doing, current fitness, body composition, age, gender, baseline fitness. Put the donut up. Donut time. I don't know about you guys, even with the fan indoors, fuck puddles. Again, for recovery, good time to get up a little bit. Feel like you need to get off the saddle a little bit, stretch the legs. Messes up my green screen, but all right, 90 seconds. Just 1 minute on, 1 minute off. You're gonna come fast and furious. So be ready for them. Settle in, be patient with yourself. If you're not doing this in erg mode, keep your power in check. Especially on that first one. The time you hit that 4th, 5th, and 6th one, you may not be enjoying it too much. Yes, it should be hard. Get your power numbers set up right. You've been doing some riding, working out a little bit. Here through the fall, you should be able to get through it. All right, here we go. Turn it on. Settle in. seconds. Try to keep that cadence. 85, 95. Ten seconds. All right. One minute recovery. All I want you to do during those 1 minute is focus on getting your breathing back into rhythm.
Look, I'm avant-garde, I'm the air, I'm the vogue, I'm the she, I'm the man Alamo.
All right, back on it.
I'm the edge, I'm the chic, I'm the taste, I'm a larger than life with just a hint of
Yeah, the other song wasn't very motivating. Sorry about that. I pull royalty-free music from Spotify. And sometimes the Spotify bots throw something else in. I can promise you it's not on my playlist. All right, so we're almost through this 1 minute effort here, 10 seconds. All right, again, 1 minute recovery. What's your job during this 1 minute? Breathing, focus on nice rhythmic breathing. All right, here we go. 2, 1, back on it. Halfway through. Block of intervals. Dad, everybody's doing a great job. All right, here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back on it. Another minute. Again, you can manipulate this workout too. You could add more sets in there. You can shorten the rest interval. You can make the rest interval so it's not quite as easy. Similar to what we did with the crossovers or over-unders. But I do think solid workout this time of year, somewhere between 70 to 80, maybe 85 PSS per hour. Again, depending on your fitness level, depending on when your events are coming up, you're not racing until June, so you're going to be fine at the lower end of that. Don't burn yourself up. All right. We're into the recovery block here, doing your job, doing our job. Getting the breathing into rhythm. All right, gonna be back on it. 3, 2, 1. Settle in. The reason I like doing this on the flat course, these workouts, up to you what you choose. But I want you to focus on the workout. It's not about climbing out the Zwift and the Tron bike. Of course, you could do it that way if you want, but certainly you can do workouts. Choose any course. All right, recovering. One more, 1 minute on, 1 minute off coming up. Oh, sorry about that. Anybody feeling toasty? Ten seconds. Let's do this. 2, 1. Back on it. 1 minute. No problem. Thirty seconds. Staying strong. All the way to the end. Not letting up. Got this. Four, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Settle easy for the 1 minute. Then we'll start our cool down. Nice. All right. I got this set for 6 minutes of cooldown. Go longer if you need to. But this is an important part of the workout. Don't short circuit it by hopping off the bike. It's important to let that blood pressure come down. Let that heart rate come down. Now when you're going hard, you're going really hard, and your heart's beating really fast, and it's pumping that blood through your system really fast. You may not be grabbing as much oxygen. You're really at the limit. Slow down, give the body time, use that lactic acid that you just built up as fuel. That's what it's doing during recovery. Lactic acid you just produced, now being converted back to fuel, back to energy. All right, well, we got a few more minutes here left together tonight. Again, if you got any questions, comments, go ahead, post it to the Facebook Live. As I mentioned before, if you gave me a thumbs up or a comment tonight, whether it was on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, or on Twitch, I'll put you in for a drawing for a super cool BonkWerx Parker hat. Trust me. This is the swag that you want. Also mention, not just a pretty face here on the internet. So, I am a professional coach. What I do for a living is coach athletes, help them reach their goals. Myself, my associate coach, Adam Ruskowski, have some openings. We have some openings for athletes. We don't take everybody. We'll take anybody of any ability. But what we mean by we won't take anybody is we want people that really are serious about getting better. Serious about training, serious about learning. We don't just write training plans and plop them out there. Very interactive with our athletes and clients. Doesn't matter where you're located. We've got athletes all over the country. And we'd love to have you on board. So feel free to send me a message on Facebook. Go to the site, BonkWerx, BonkWerx.com. You can reach out to us there, or you can reach me at coach@BonkWerx, again, BonkWerx.com. If you're good with your coach, good with your training, but you like what we're doing, go on Facebook, give us a like. I like to post a lot of interesting stuff on there, whether it's training related, just fun stuff, informational stuff about the sport. Now if you're sort of central New York, upstate New York, western New York, We also run some events, indoor classes, cyclocross races, fat bike races. So get in the know. Do that by liking our page on Facebook. Turn to Facebook. If not, we're also on Instagram, Twitter, again. Not on Snapchat, sorry. Alright, so 2 minutes left. I'm gonna end the stream. Make sure you finish up the workout. Enjoy the rest of your night. Make sure you're fueling afterwards as well. Get into protein, get into carbs, alright? Good work. Way to feed the wolf tonight. See you next week.